Hey guys, and we got a different video for you. So in this video, we're up against Darius Jungle, and you'll notice I'm doing a voiceover. Reason why is because it's ranked. So I just feel like the quality of the game is going to be a lot better, and it's also like the video because I'm explaining things a lot more than I would be if I was to be playing in a ranked game and trying to make content. But since now I'm just focused on, talking about the game as I, am already done the game itself. It's just going to be better overall in terms of quality, I'm thinking. So, all right, good luck to everybody winning the coaching giveaway. This was for the Warwick versus Darius video. Start raffle and pick a random winner. Let's see who wins it. All you got to do is add me on Discord. Bill Games. All right, bro. Go ahead and add me on Discord, and we'll get this coaching rolling. As you see, we're up against a Darius jungle, as I was saying. And Darius, he's very interesting in terms of a jungler, okay? So runes are typical Warwick runes. It's PTA, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand. But we're going this secondary, which I have been loving, guys. Like, I've been doing this rune page very often. It's Approach Velocity and Futures Market. So I'll explain why in a sec. But what we're doing here is we're looking to see if Darius is at his blue. And we notice he's top lane. And since the Kayle is really low because of the trade from Vayne, I'm zooming up there. Like right here, I'm sniffing. I quickly kill the Vayne. I notice that Darius flash, right? So I capitalize on this. The thing is, like, I would have killed Darius if he kept fighting me, and I'm like, whatever, I'll just leave. And then as soon as I saw Kayle TP, I'm like, oh no, this isn't gonna be good. And then I saw our Vayne getting ready to TP. I'm like, okay, nice, like, we're good. So the reason why we're going Approach Velocity, guys, is because we're gonna be doing the Stride Breaker build, and as you see, we did Blue Smite. And the whole point of this, guys, is Warwick's weakness is that he is very prone to getting kited, right? Like, if you don't have red buff or if you don't land a really nice Q fear, right here we're going on Darius. And like I said, I know he doesn't have flash, so and whenever you have red buff, approach velocity is broken, guys, broken. But let me get to my point, what I was saying. So Warwick's weakness is getting kited, okay? If he just gets hit once with a dot, with anything, you don't get his movement speed from his W. But the whole point of going Stride Breaker with Approach Velocity and Blue Smite is that effectively eliminates his entire weakness, which is sticking onto people. Because, like, say, for example, you do something, people flash away. If you don't have flash, what do you do? What do you do? Think about it. And I'll tell you really quickly, the answer is you can't do anything. You can't do a single thing. So that is why I've been really liking the Stride Breaker with Approach Velocity jungle build. And normally in all my videos, all my games, I say you should be going Titanic first, rush Tiamat if you can. But if you're able to get the Iron Spike Whip, which is the item that builds into Stride Breaker, it's the item that builds into Gore Drinker, then what that's going to offer you is still a little bit of AoE clear. It's not as good as Tiamat, guys. It is not as good as Tiamat, but you'll notice that I haven't done my Raptors yet. I haven't done my Golems yet. So, like, it's honestly fine if I'm doing them the first time and I'm getting my what's it called? My Iron Spike Whip and boots. If you can just afford the whip, that's fine. But the reason why you're going Futures Market is because you want to pretty much guarantee that you are getting your whip on your first buy, and then Futures Market might come in handy, and then you might be able to get boots as well in your first buy, which is absolutely massive. So we're looking to go to Dragon here, and then Darius just gets it, which is unfortunate. He's just insane. The champion is just dumb on all levels, in top lane and in jungle. His passive does way too much to jungle mobs, and this is even after, like, they wanted to make it do 500%. I don't know what they were on. So right here, like I said, we're fairly ahead. That longsword that we bought is going into, that's just going into the Stride Breaker. So right here, we're in a pretty bad spot, but the thing is, I know I'm dead, so I'm committed to the kill. So we get Cassiopeia, which is obviously really, really good. And then you'll notice that I picked up a dagger, and that's just, like I said, that's just going to be going towards Stride Breaker. So this is the first time we're killing our Raptors, and as you guys see, killing your Raptors, you want to start off with your whip so that you get the dot on all of them from the, going Smite, like having the jungle item, and then you just simply auto attack them once or twice, and then they're dead, okay? Because I see Kayle really low here, watch, guys, this right here is a pop-pop. This right here is a pop-pop. Okay, so we're going up top, we're sniffing. We see that Kayle doesn't have ult. We know Darius doesn't have flash. We know both of them don't have flash. So I'm going in, hold my Q to avoid the Darius Q, or sorry, Darius pull, and then we get a nice, clean double kill. And that right there, guys, is pretty much what makes it so that we are extremely ahead of the game. So here we're just doing a full clear of the jungle. I'm just cutting this so it's a little bit quicker. You guys don't need to see me clear. I just want to show you that whenever all the baby golems are up, that's whenever you want to use your whip. You don't want to use your whip until all the baby golems are up, okay? That's something that's it's a tiny thing, but it makes a big difference, okay? So now that we have our stride breaker, we're noticing, you know, mid lane, like there's a scrap going on. And then we notice Darius is there. So we are trying to go all the way there because we have stride breaker now, guys. We're extremely strong. So all we have to do here, we just flash over, get the kill and cast stride breaker to do the auto reset. I'll explain that in another video as to how you get an instant auto with stride breaker. And look at the movement speed I'm getting, guys. Like the movement speed you get with stride breaker, because like I have red buff, or sorry, I mean approach velocity, because I have red buff, is so dumb, man. Then every single auto with stride breaker, because dealing physical damage gives you movement speed, you're getting more movement speed, but like you're slowing them down, okay, and then you're also gaining a bunch of movement speed. It's absolutely insane, guys. I'm telling you, this has been my go-to build, even in like a lot, like it isn't more my ranked game. Sorry for that stutter. This is more my ranked game. So right here, I had there we go. I had a feeling Cass was there. I had to ult because I knew she was there. Something was gonna be done. I didn't see her ult earlier, and we died. So that sucks. But we ended up still doing really, really well there. So you'll notice that we have cooldown reduction boots. The reason why we have lucidity boots is because one, since we have stride breaker, we already have like the two items together is 40 ability haste, so that makes our ult a really low cooldown, makes our W a really low cooldown, and also it just makes our summoners lower cooldown too, which is really nice, because, like the lucidity boots, which is really, really good, because since I'm really ahead, it really helps you snowball, because Warwick's strongest in like the early mid and like early late game, okay? Once everyone gets like their 5 items, he it's not that he falls off, it's just he's a lot tougher to play because everybody does damage, so you need to be a lot, like, you know, more careful with what you do, and you know, team fighting on him is a little bit tougher. But I'll be doing videos as to how you should be team fighting on Warwick, what you want to be doing, when you want to be doing it, things like that. So sub for that, guys, if you want to see that in the future. And also, so right here, since we know Darius is dead, we're just doing a full clear on his blue, like his blue side. These are things that you got to be doing, right? Like, since he is not, you know, I would say as ahead as us here in this game, you need to keep it that way, guys. You need to keep it that way and stay on top of your farm, even if it's his own farm, right? Like little things like this, you need to make sure that you're doing, okay? So you'll notice that we have 1,600 gold. So what we do here, we have enough for Tiamat. So we're going to buy Tiamat and Ruby Crystal. And that Tiamat Ruby Crystal, as you guys know, it goes into Titanic. And the reason why that is so important, okay, guys, I can't hover Stride Breaker in this game, but if you look at Stride Breaker, you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. So it's passive, heroic something, heroic. Basically, every single time you deal physical damage, guys, okay, that is important to know. Physical damage, you gain movement speed. You gain 30 movement speed, okay? But the thing is your Q and your alt do not... Oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Boom! Stride break to avoid his pull. Woo! God damn. But anyways, you gain movement speed when you deal physical damage. Your Q and your alt do not do physical damage, okay? But they do deal physical damage on hit if you build Titanic. So right here, we're just sniffing up here, and I'm so surprised that it was a... what's it called? An execute. I can't believe Vayne didn't touch her. But anyways, so once you get Titanic, your Q and your alt apply on hit effects, and since on hit Titanic deals physical damage, you gain the movement speed from queuing someone. You don't right now. If I were to queue something, I do not gain movement speed. You gain movement speed after you get Titanic, guys. That is a huge, like important thing to know. Okay. Titanic Stride Breaker is extremely good for that reason. If you wanted to, guys, you can go Titanic into Stride Breaker. But the reason why I'm saying I like going Stride Breaker first with this build, with the approach velocity build, is simply for that reason, because of approach velocity. Like, you're getting so much out of that rune whenever you build this mythic, guys. So, I mean, you could go Frostfire with this, but like I said, like that doesn't... like that doesn't necessarily like eliminate Warwick's weakness. Warwick's weakness is being kited. And sure, okay, you Q someone, you know, there's a slowing zone for 1.5 seconds, but okay, sure. Like what after that? Like what if they flash? What if they, you know, get a Thresh Lantern or something like this? Okay, well, nice. Now you have a little mini dash with a huge radius of your Stride Breaker to catch up to them. And not only catch up to them, is if it slows them, you are increased, like, you know, your movement speed is increased by so much. So there's next to no like chance they were going to be able to get rid of to get away from you. I'm telling you guys, do this in your games, okay? Do this in your games. You're going to be seeing success, all right? Like, watch my videos. I'm giving you guys good tips, okay? I'm not even trying to toot my own horn. I'm giving you guys good, valuable information that you need to be applying in your own games, okay? So we see Kale here, and I don't know why she's extremely confident. I'm pinging my Stride Breaker right now because I want Vayne to know that we are going, like, I'm gonna be looking to kill her. So I W to get the movement speed. Look. Stride Breaker, boom, here, like as soon as her ult's away. And there you go. And there you go. Like, what do you do? And that's a wrap, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Other than that, thanks for watching. Peace.